Hello everybody, welcome back. We are once again, whoopsie, we are once again back at our elements challenge at our earth house in the semi-detached. And I did the time-consuming work outside. I don't know if I like it, but I love the colors in the stone, so I thought, you know what, we're going to go with it. And yes, these people are going to actually have the barbecue in their garden, and I'm thinking of putting something up here. It's not, you see, we've got the umbrella next door, but I wouldn't mind putting, sorry, I've been doing stuff while I'm looking. I would be interested to know what you think of my walkthrough of my strange and unusual competition entry that's modeled after Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs without Snow White. I wish we had these shapes. I really do, but we don't. Dang it. It was fun to do. It really was. I didn't think I was going to finish it. Honestly, didn't think I was going to finish it. But I did, so I'm very chuffed with that. Maybe we need to look at this and see what this looks like. This could be quite a nice feature. And we can maybe see what we can find that we can use here. Now, we haven't got the curve or the angle on our wood pieces, which is unfortunate because we've got our planks of wood, we've also got our beams, but none of them are angled at the end, which is a pain. See, you've got that, but it's very skinny, and this is from just building with these things in the the Seven Dwarfs build. So yeah, and then we've got this, but I don't think this is very tall. How tall is it? Okay, so if I had to use that, have to use a few of them. Okay, if we had to use this, how many of these would we need to use? I'm thinking of using it as a porch or a patio. Let's just see what it looks like. Because we can turn it so that that part of it's actually in the wall. The things my brain comes up with. Is that straight? Must be straight. Sometimes I like the things my brain comes up with. Sometimes I get confused. Alright, let's take the grid snapping off. Let's see if that comes through on the other side. No, it doesn't. Then we lose the curves. I wish we had these panels without. I wish we could stretch out these panels. I wish we could do many things. I think that looks a bit weird. Looks like I have a fence there. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's just too weird for even me. Alright, we'll give that a miss. How about these logs? Again, the logs are a little not quite what you would expect from this building. Maybe these. Will you? They will only sit on the wall, and they will only sit. Seriously? I really don't like you very much. I really don't. Okay, if I put you there. Let's put you there and see. Ugh. Okay, so you will sit there. If I want you this long. Okay. Copy you. It's not sitting on the... Well, I suppose that's one way to measure, hey? Dang it, it won't sit there. It won't sit there. It's not happy with the way I've done these bricks. No, it's because it's not. I hate that. Okay. Let's just grid snap on. And let's see what we can do here. How high would I want it? And I'm guessing about there. Does that look too big for the house? We shall find out shortly. Let's see, can I place you here again? No? I can place you there. Okay, over that window. No, that one. Okay, let us see. That needs to be up against the wall. That one is. These should all be the same length. Okay. Fine. Now, we cannot use you as okay, I can do that again, can't I? Yeah. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Suppose it'll work. Obviously it needs a support and it needs stuff, but that might work. Alright, if we've got that, do we just use a straight up block or do we use a column? what this looks like. Because we've got those supports, but they again not quite what would work in the house. That might work. It's the right size. I think that'll be quite cute. What do you say? All right, let's do that. And yes, I have, seriously, there we go. I have made this taller so that the beam actually sits there. That should actually sit there, shouldn't it? Let's take that down. And that looks okay. Not great, but okay. I think we can live with that. What do you think? Does this give us enough space so that we can get to the grill? Yes, it does. Okay. I do want to change, no, don't sell it. I want to change that. Because earth, we're going a lot of wood, some stone, we've got copper edging here. Obviously a lot of flowers, but I think that looks quite interesting. And creepers, vine, all that good stuff. We've got the red, and then we've got the green that sort of changes. Not that one. One's got the hint in it. Okay, let's see what this looks like. If I put you there, I can not resize you. I can move you. Over here. That's cute. Like that. And then we can use a whole bunch of these. And yes, we are going to. Oh, there. 1, 2, lots. I'm glad that it actually this can you have to sit on the wall. So as I say, my build for the competition was very much I was thinking Minecraft. I was thinking mine, obviously. And then I thought Snow White and the 7 Dwarves. And then yeah, the house came about, which I thought was quite fun. So that's how that happened. I also was inspired by the whole game because the whole premise of House Flipper, the new sandbox that appeals to me the most, is actually flipping well, building houses, not much flipping houses, but building houses. And that's what I'm all about. And what is better than actually taking a birthday cake and building it from scratch by taking cake out of the mine, finding all the icing colors in the mine, and actually making the cake. I like that. I'm going to add some more on there, but I don't think you guys want to sit and watch me add all that. So we'll leave it on that vine for now, but we'll add some more on the wall. We've got this whole load here, which is gorgeous because it goes from the green all the way down to the reds, and I really like that, so I'll take that. And then obviously we need to furnish this. Now that can have a place somewhere else in the garden. I want so much stuff. I hope they give us more building stuff. I really do, because we need more. Always need more. Right, now for outside furniture, we've got these chairs, which I absolutely love. We also have the hammock, but we don't really have sofas as such. So I'm going to use 2 of these, and we'll use the European walnut. To me is an earthy color. I don't know, call me crazy. Let's see how this green looks here. It actually looks really nice in the garden. Okay, I'm going to take that and we'll include them here somewhere. But we do need, we've got the barbecue out here, so maybe we need to build something around it so that we can actually display stuff, put stuff up. I'm thinking of maybe a few of these. Yes, we're going to stay with that, but we can maybe go sort of a more subtle color. I like that. I know these won't stay very, the wicker is not the best thing outside, but you know what? That'll look really cool against the wall there. And then if we go for this, the empty ones, come on. I think that will work. We can probably put, yes, a plant. What can I say? It is what it is. Let's use this. We can go bronze with it. And then we can go, these colors are very intense. Give me different colors, guys. Can maybe do something like that. We probably won't be able to get much of a hanging plant in there, but it's a start. don't want anything too long. Gonna be too long. That's not gonna work. Okay, let's go for a, let's go. I love these colors. I don't know, call me crazy. Are you gonna sit in there? No. Are you gonna sit there? Yes. That'll work. I will take it. And then we can do some random kitchen type stuff. We can have a couple of accessories here. I don't know about utensils, but definitely we need a couple of odds and ends. I like this bread bin for the simple reason it is, let's do this. You can actually store, instead of bread inside it, you can take your bits and bobs like your condiments and stuff like that and transport them all in one easy place. Where are those? Here we go. Salt, pepper, what else do we need? We need mustard, about some tomato sauce or ketchup, there we go. So your condiments are in one easy transportable unit. I think that works. And then we can probably, maybe not with the way I've built this, but we can probably get a bench or something. No. Yes, it's a sauna bin, but you know, when you stand here, yes, you will. Haha. That'll work. I think the curvy side. Okay, are you gonna snap? Yes, you do. Awesome. That is cute. I like that, but we need some cushion. We will get there. And then I think maybe something against this wall as well. Should we put two of these together here? Oh, I like that. Can we sit there? Yes, we can. That is actually pretty cool. I like the shape of that. Nice. Now, if only we had something to put on the wall. Now, we don't have anything like that outside, but we can do something from inside here. Should we do something like this? This would be quite fun if we used, but we use a red wood and bronze. I like that. Actually glows almost in the light. I like that. Okay, I will take that, and I'm thinking gardeners Yes, we'll put the chairs somewhere. Woo! Don't move the hedge. The neighbours will hate that. So I'm thinking a nice, interesting garden. Now what do we have here that's going to... We've got roses. Roses, sure. Let's do roses. Always space in the garden for roses, because they're the tallest shrubs we have, and it will be fine. But we've got... How tall are you? Have we got you? No. How tall are you? You are tiny. What is the point of that? Being so small. Unless... Okay. Should we? Maybe? How big are you? Not that big. Okay. Come along. You sit there for now. Let's see if I use that. Don't know if I like that, but we can always put something on it. Okay, that's 1, 2. Would work. The poor roses are going to be a little sad, so maybe we need to move them for now. Otherwise they're going to get lost in the soil. I can live with that. Alright, let's make some soil then, shall we? I think that's a decent soil colour. Do that? No, we don't. What we want to do is maybe just put that in the back. Okay. Now we can actually put shorter shrubs in here. And they will... There we go. And they'll look a little bit better. What flowers do we have that are interesting? How about some sunflowers? I love my sunflowers. I'm a sunflower kind of person. Any more? There's like a single one. That's boring. Nice mix of sunflowers there. These are going to be too tall if I stick them in, unless I just drag them across. We might do that. Sounds quite evil when I go, but we might. How about these? Also really pretty, and you will fit. Yes, you will. Like mini sunflower colors. Come on. There we go. That is pretty. That one. Yes. I think that's going to work quite nicely. All right, what do we have now in shades of green that we can play with? I don't want this like false kind of green that we've got there. Let's see. The ferns are a nice green. How big are these leaves? We can hide a few there. Will you fit? Yes. No. You're sitting on my wood. Get off. Okay, it won't fit in there. We'll have to make a plan. Nice big green leaves. Like it. Seriously, do I have to come there and make you fit? Probably. I'm going to stick that there, and I'm going to actually put it in here so that it falls in that gap. Otherwise there's like a hole there with the sunflowers. We can probably pull that one up a little bit. One will know. Awesome. Alright, what else do we have here? We have the rush foil. These are tiny though. I suppose we can do a double bed. What are you? Ooh, look at that beautiful color. You're not going to fit, are you? You'll fit there. I'll make you fit just now. Nice reds, oranges, pretty colors there. And then we can probably do this. Let's see. Then it's a 2-level garden. Or a level 2 garden, I don't know. Something like that. It will work quite nicely if we get some lily ones. And we can probably do some geraniums on the outsides. But then we've also got these really pretty Lenten roses. So maybe we should start in the middle. Let's start in the middle with some. I wish the lavender wasn't such an artificial purple. But why? Now, that is what you call color in your garden. How about? Oh, yeah. How pretty is that? I'm going to throw a couple more in here and there. And will you fit there? No. Pull that garden full. Will you fit in there? No, you won't. I wouldn't mind some daffodils. Those are pretty. And some yellow daffodil. Awesome. Nice and bright. And we also need some greenery here and there. So let's get some, I suppose, let's throw in a little bit of fern. That's a bit big. Okay, a little bit of fern. Where's the fern? There you are. We need some green. Okay, and what are we missing? We're missing some creams and some whites, maybe? There we go. That is just too even. Let's put you up there. That'll work. These should be able to squeeze in nicely. Come on, one more. You can do it. How's that look? I think that's really pretty. Then can we use these slabs? Do we have wanted that stone, but we don't have that option. I wish they wouldn't limit us like that. Just doesn't make sense to me, but hey, I like it. It's pretty. We throw in a couple of mushrooms while we're here. find a little spot. Come on. Up, up. No? Not going to put in there. Fine. And last but not least, that works for me. And we've got all these cute garden creatures. Those would be... where? I would like... we've got these in the store, so we might as well buy them and bring them home with us, don't you agree? The hardware store, I mean. But I don't like that. How about... that's quite pretty. I like that though. Red marble it is. What about you, young man? Multicolor marble? If not, why not? And do we have enough space to put this cat? And you know it's got to be black. God. I'm liking it. Let's just ignore the rose bushes for now. But I'm liking that. Now I think I need to focus on actual furniture. We need a table. Probably a dining room table of some description. And how about this? Let's see, can I place you? Yes, I can. Can I place you this way? No, you don't want to be placed. It's my own fault. I did this to myself. Fine. I can place it there and I can move it. And I quite like that wood. We have these benches. We have the table. Okay, okay, these are the seats. Interesting. I don't think we're going to use those chairs. Am I going to use these as a nod to the outdoors? You know, the one thing they haven't given us is a round cushion yet. Wonder if we're going to get round cushion. We could totally different side stream here. How about something like that? These are quite big chairs, aren't they? That would work. And they actually sit. They do sit on the floor. Quite like that. So if we're going to use those, we are going to have to use some of these things, maybe. We can pop these in the garden. There we go. Will you? We can just move you backward. There we go. Perhaps we do need the archway. Where's the archway? There's the archway. I prefer this one. Not as frilly. Maybe we can use that. Make this into our little garden. Alright, let's just put that there. Ooh. That worked. That also works. Again, we have this at our hardware store. So we might as well use it. But with all those colors there, maybe these flowers need to change to the yellow, orange. I like that. Okay. Okay. Now, shrubs. What do we got? We've got the jasmine, which is the yellow. Our jasmine. Our shrubs are slightly sad. How big is this in relation to the rest of the garden? That's not too bad. Okay. We need a slightly bigger one for there. We're building like a little secret garden area. Let's get little jasmine. Pop it in front there. Very garden-like. Don't you agree? I'm sorry. It's a thing. Then we have the rest of the garden. Oh my golly goodness gracious. Yeah. It's something weird's happened here. Oh my goodness. Is that a shadow? Yes, it is a shadow. That's very strange. Alright, I think I'm going to make, because this is easy access off the patio, we can have this as sort of the little chill area. What do you say? Maybe use that over here. You've got the greenery behind you. It's not a bad little area to relax, and I suppose we should go for outdoor lighting. Thinking these. We are going to need a switch. Let's see, am I going to be able to fit these under? Yes, I can fit that there. And that's going to be a problem because that vine's in the way. I'll play with that vine later. Okay, so that will work. Do we use these or do we use... I don't suppose these work. They do. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. If we find a light switch here, let's go with this one. Very dark. All right, let's pop it here. Can we? Oh, I didn't put another one there. That's interesting. Okay, I want to change you to bronze. Cool. Okay. You become very shiny. That is what it is. Look at that. It doesn't just work for paths. Okay. I'm happy. How about another one there? And another one there. Oh, wow. I actually backed through the archway. I'm impressed. Oh, I like that. Okay. Yay. Now, what was I doing? Should we use these? Sort of as outside lights. Ooh. Can live with that. And they'll work on all the walls because we've got walls all the way around the garden. I like it a lot. Okay. I need a table. Where's my small tables? And yes, we are going probably for the chunk of wood. There we go. Now, back to the outside. These were texture different. I'd be quite excited about them. But we got palms, so let's not complain too bitterly. Very tiny. We got bigger ones. Okay, I'm happy-ish. Okay, there's only the one. And we'll just pop another one here, shall we? It's a nice little relaxing area. And now we've just got the rest of the garden. I think I'm going to probably do a lot more garden over here. And possibly a tree. Do we have a... We have maple. You're big. It's not a bad sized little maple tree. That one is bigger. Maybe we need something over here. These are ginormous, except for there's one. I think it's this one. Very cute. Maybe we put that in between. Actually, you know what? Isn't there a seat? I actually prefer that. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to plant a lot of stuff. But that's the basic layout, and we can actually take these and probably put them further apart now. Something like that, so you've got a defined area of grass in the middle here, and then the rest of it's open season for planting. What do you think of that? So this is going to be the flower garden, then this can be the shrubs and the wilder planting for the place to chill, place to put your feet up and have a glass of wine, and obviously have something to eat. I'm going to leave it here. I think I'm going to build garages for both units. I'm going to finish the garden, and then I'll bring you guys back and we can take a final look at the elements, and you can tell me which one wins in the end, because they were literally neck and neck, these two. So let's see who wins. I shall put up a poll after I've done the next video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.